Hello guys, I want to do a demo of my pedal board and explain how I use it and the pedals that I have. I've been wanting to do this for a long time, but I've been in school and I've been very busy. So right now I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to do this. Okay, the latest addition that I have to this pedal board is my this pedal here. This is an audio loop switcher made by One Control. The model is Crocodile Tail Loop. It's an audio loop switcher. You have up to 10 loops. You could connect 10 different pedals and just control them by from here. There are two different ways that you could use this switcher. The first one, it's the preset mode, where you can just assign any combination of pedals to one little switch. You can just use one pedal to that switch, or you can use more than one pedal. You just assign it to that specific loop, and every time you press that button, all those pedals will come on, and they will go through the signal. And the other way is just the direct mode. Direct mode is very simple. You turn whatever is in loop 1. If you press loop 1, it'll turn it on. And whatever, like if you want to press loop number 2, whatever is on loop 2, it'll come on. So you could just tap dance if you want, and turn on anything that you have on every loop. I used to have it. I used to have something similar that worked that way, and it worked great. But then I found myself like when I had to play a solo and I wanted to boost my signal and maybe add another overdrive to the signal. Like I had to press too many switches in the moment, and then when I finished with the solo, and then I had to turn them off, you know, and just to keep going with the solo with the song. So this one I use it both ways. It just depends what I am playing that day. I play at church, and sometimes we have songs that they have solos and kind of require for me to make presets, and it works great for that. And sometimes I just want to use, you know, whatever I want. I know how the song goes, and I just want to have fun. So I have it in direct mode. I normally have maybe my compressor on, and then after that I turn on whatever I want from here. And that's okay, I guess. So I just want to explain my signal change, and at the same time I'll be demoing those little pedals. I also wanted to include there the OC10. These people are great. I think they came out with this one recently this year. Again, you have 10 loops. You have buffer in and buffer out. Some people know what that is, some people don't. It's kind of complicated topic, but a buffer just allows you to keep your signal strong. Some buffers they kind of color the sound of your signal, or I don't know, like modify a little bit. Some good buffers they won't do that. I think this is a good buffer, and it keeps your signal strong and transparent. So yeah, it has a buffer in and buffer out. So in addition of having those two different ways of using this pedal board, when you are in preset mode, you have I think 10 banks of 7 presets. So you have 70 presets that you can just, you know, access them on the fly and on any song. For example, if you could do bank 1 is song number 1, bank 2 song number 2, and so forth. So yeah, my signal chain goes from my guitar. In this case, I have a Shure Classic. from my guitar to this AB box. That AB box was made to be like, yeah, an AB box, but one input, two outputs. I use it the other way around. I have actually now I have two inputs, one out for two guitars, and so yeah, it's made by Loopmaster, great people over there. So it goes from there to the big bad wah made by Vox. I like it. I've had wahs before, only just crybabies. That's it. Now I'm using this one, and it's a big wah. The name says it, but yeah, it occupies a lot of space, and it sounds great. It has different sounds. Let's see. This is my signal. It's on now. It's off. So this would be, I guess, the maybe the British or UK kind of sound, Vox sound, wah. And you could add that button. It adds like more gain to the signal. Sound makes it sound like bigger. I love it. I think John Petrucci uses a setting like that in his wah. Very I think they call it throaty, something like that. Kind of like sounds like a vocal quality. So yeah, from here I go to the input of my OC10, and to the buffer in. My first loop is the Karma in compressor, another big pedal, but it sounds good, very transparent. And I have it on loop 1, and this is my signal. And here is that will be the compressor. Off, on. Again, yeah, it depends how the settings, how you use them, but this is how I use it, and I like it. And loop number 2, I have these two little foam pedals. They're great. The first one is the Gaia Tone Wild Rocker, and if you know this pedal, you know that maybe if you know Guthrie Govan too, great guitar player, he uses it, and he's a beast. He takes this pedal in and does whatever he wants. It sounds great. I found it on Guitar Center, very cheap. Normally they will go for a lot of money. I guess more than $200, even $400. People will pay for this, and I found it for a lot less than that. And then in the same loop number 2, I have the Pickle Vibe made by Love Pedal. I never had a vibe before. This one sounds good to me. You could change the rate or the speed of the vibe, and I want to just demo that loop, which is these two pedals. I never use them together, that's why I have them together. So I'll use one or the other. This will be the WR2. So that will be WR2, and it sounds great. So yeah, you can have a lot of fun with that thing. So yeah, that's the WR2, the Pickle Vibe. This is it. how it sounds. And on loop number 3, I have my Hyper Fuzz. Hyper Fuzz. Why Hyper Fuzz? Because I saw Pete Thorne using it. That's all. Pete Thorne, it's a great guitar player, great musician. I think he's a true rock star. That's what I think of him. Because I don't know, that guy comes with some really cool riffs, and he lifts what he plays. I admire him a lot. So yeah, he was demoing his pedal board. He had it. It sounded great on his hand, on his guitar with his rig, and I was like, man, it's a Boss. It sounds good, and I think it should be cheap. So I was looking for it. It was hard to find it, but I found it. They were going for too much money, but I found their Guitar Center on the used gear session. I recommend you to go and check that session of guitarcenter.com. You could find a lot of gear very cheap. So yeah, that will be in loop number 3. Yep. So yeah, I found it, and luckily I found it really cheap, and went ahead and bought it. I used the mode. Let's see, it has like 3 modes. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 modes, and I used the fuzz number 1. Then loop number 4, I have the BB Preamp made by Exotic Effects. Many people know about this pedal. It sounds awesome. Andy Tiemann, he was the one who, I guess, put that pedal where it is right now on every pedal board. It sounds great. I found it again. I found it very, very cheap on Guitar Center again, and went ahead and bought it like 2 years ago. But I don't use it by itself. Actually, I don't use it just as an overdrive pedal. I actually use it to compress my main overdrive, which is the BB Preamp Mid Boost. That will be my main overdrive, which is in loop number 5, and here it is. Signal. That'll be the BB Preamp Mid Boost, and when that part of the song comes, you know, when you go off, you know, and you play your solo, that's when I use more compression. Yep. So that's where right now it doesn't have much treble, because I was trying to control the treble of this amplifier a little bit and on the distortion channel, but you could put it a little bit more clear if you want. So that'll be these 2 little pedals, BB Preamps by Exotic Effects, and then I go on loop number 6. I go to the Maxon OD9. It's like a tube screamer. Everybody knows that. That's how it sounds on my amplifier. It's a sweet pedal. It's a sweet pedal. I like it a lot. Okay, and loop number 7, I have the phase shifter by Boss. I like that pedal. It's a very cheap pedal, but it sounds great. I don't know. It makes me think. I don't know if you ever seen or ever heard of Dream Theater when Petrucci plays that song called "Good Night Kiss." I think it is. He uses a phaser. Those are not the chords that he plays, but I don't know. I like it. And that was actually my first phase shifter when I back in I don't know what year. And again, I sold it and went ahead recently and bought it again used because I like it. I know that there are other phasers that sound better for other people, but I like this one. It's cheap and it does the job for me. Loop number 8. Actually, before I go to loop number 8, I want to explain something. The OC10 has 10 loops, but the first 7 loops are separated from the rest of the other loops, so the other 3 loops, 8, 9, and 10. So what I do is from loop number 7, I go to my amplifier. In this case, the Mesa Boogie Mini Rectifier, and I go to the input of the amplifier, and then from the effects loop, from the send, I come back in and I come to the volume pedal. Many people use the volume pedal here. I don't know, I used it that way before. Right now I'm using it this way because I like to control the overall volume that I have. I don't want to control my, I would say my what would you call that? Like some people put it in the front and it's like controlling the volume of the guitar. Like right now, right? I'm doing it from my guitar, and if you do that with a gain, you just removing gain from your signal, right? Right? The way I have it, I like it because I could have less volume with the same amount of gain. And sometimes that's useful, maybe for when a song is ending. Maybe you want to back your volume a little bit, right? Yeah, stuff like that. So that's why I use it that way. And so yeah, the signal comes from that volume pedal. It goes to loop number 8. Loop number 8, I have the RC booster, this one right here, made by Exotic Effects. And let's see, I want to explain something about those loops. Loop number 8, 9, and 10. Like I was saying, they are like independent loops. Each one of them have their own input and output besides the send and receive. For example, if you see these plugs, the first 4 plugs, that's just one loop, because my guitar comes from the volume pedal to loop number 8. This is the input of number 8, and then this is the send of loop number 8. This is the return of loop number 8, and this is the out of loop number 8. And you could send your signal to whatever wherever you want. You could send it to another amplifier. You could send it to another pedal. You could have like an A/B configuration with 2 different amplifiers. So loop number 8, 9, and 10 allows you to do that. The way I use it, I connect loop number 8 with loop number 9, and as you can see it here, let's see, this will be the output of loop number 8, and it goes to loop number 9, and then loop number 9 is my chorus. Another cheap pedal, great pedal. My first chorus ever when I started playing guitar. I sold it. I recently bought it again, used on Guitar Center. And RC Booster, I wanted to say something about it. It's a great transparent boost pedal. Why I have it in the effects loop? Because I read that boost pedals, they kind of sound better on the effects loop. It depends what you want also. It's not, this is not written in stone, so you could use it wherever you want. It has worked for me, putting on the effects loop. Why? Because what I want is to increase my volume. When I boost my signal, I want to increase my volume, not a lot, just a little bit. When I want to do a solo, or maybe just the clean, you just want to boost the signal. Sometimes if you do that in the front of the amplifier, in the input, you would overdrive it, or just send too much gain, too much volume to the input of the amplifier, and I don't want that. I don't want that to happen. I want my clean to sound clean. So I have it on the after the preamp on the effects loop, so I can increase the volume of the preamp, and then goes to the power session, or goes first to all the pedals, and then goes to the power session of the amplifier. And that's that's why I use it in the effects loop. It's great. At the same time, it works as an EQ. You could shape your signal a little bit with the bass or treble, and it has gain and of course the volume. I use it to shape a little bit this amplifier, the distortion channel. Sometimes if I'm using the the second channel, the distortion channel, as as a rhythm, right, and then I want to do a solo with it on the same channel, I use an overdrive and I use that boost, but I remove the top end. I remove a little bit of treble, so it doesn't sound too piercing, so that works well for me. And that's in loop number 8. Loop number 9, again, that will be the chorus. From that chorus, again, it comes here, but then the output of that loop, which is number 9, it goes to the Strymon TimeLine. Everybody knows about this pedal, right? They're great people, and that delay pedal sounds awesome. From that TimeLine, the delay pedal, I go in stereo to the input of the Flint, Strymon Flint. And Strymon Flint is a tremolo and reverb. Awesome pedal, man. The reverb sounds great when you use it in stereo. Depends the settings that you like, but I use the 80s, and it sounds great. I didn't demo or just like I didn't turn on the loop number 8. This will be my clean. That will be the RC booster. But it's not much. You see, it's not much volume. I'm not increasing a lot of volume. Loop number 9. That will be the chorus. Right? And then loop number 10, what I'm doing on loop number 10, I'm controlling this amplifier. I'm controlling the channel. It has 2 channels, clean and distortion, right? So loop number 10, actually these 3 last loops, then 8, 9, and 10, they allow you to control features on your amplifier. For example, right now, I'm connecting it here, and this jack says normally on. That has to do with the connection inside the tip ring and all that crap. So that one is connected to here on the amplifier, and every time I step here on loop number 10, right, and this is a clean, that'll be the distortion of my amplifier. And yeah, that's how I have it, and that's it. From here, from the Flint, I go to a patch underneath the pedal board made by Loopmaster. Allows me to send all the pedals, right? All the cables that go out of this pedal board in this side, they go to the patch, and then from the patch, I can connect this snake that I made with lava cables. Oh crap! What did I do? Okay. So I have 4 cables there. One goes to the input of the amplifier, and then the second cable comes from the send of the amplifier, right? And then the third cable goes out again to the return of the amplifier, and the fourth cable goes to the right amplifier when I'm using stereo. And by the way, if someone could recommend me and help me out, I got this little what do you call it? A snake? Is that how you call it? So how do you call it? I don't know. I got it from Radio Shack, and it's doing a good job. But if there's something else that I could use to make a snake, to put my cables together, I appreciate any help. Because it's a little bit too stiff, I would say, and too hard sometimes. It's doing it. I mean, it's working, but if you could recommend me something, that would be great.